Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't made a video in like a month. So I wanted to come back on my channel and do a sit down video and talk about how to simplify your natural hair routine. I believe when you have a simple natural hair routine, it leads to less frustration. You're more patient with your natural hair. You just enjoy doing your natural hair when you have a simple natural hair routine. Now, it all depends on the person. You know, some people want to do the absolute most when taking care of their natural hair, and that's okay. But there's people like me out there that prefer to have a simple natural hair routine, or there's some people out there that don't know how to simplify their routine. And I am here to give you guys a few tips on how to simplify your natural hair routine. So I wrote it down. So if you see me looking down, I wrote it down to remind myself the tips that can help you guys. All right, so tip number 1 is to stick with the same products that work for your natural hair. I remember when I was learning about my natural hair a few years ago, I didn't know where to start with products. I did a lot of research and things like that. So years ago, I used to be like what they call a product junkie or whatever, where, you know, I was just testing out different products on my natural hair and figuring out what products will work for my hair. So now, you know, years later, I found products that work for my hair, and I just stick with the same products that work for my hair. It is so easy to become a product junkie or use so many products on your natural hair because, you know, you don't know where to start. You don't know like what products really work for your hair. You see like people on the internet like try out all these new natural hair products, and it's honestly is not necessary. Once you figure out and find the right products that work for your hair, stick to it. Okay, stick with the same shampoo, same conditioner, stick with the same hair products. It will save you money. You know exactly what products work for your hair. There's nothing wrong with like trying out new products here and there, but I tend to just like stick with the same products. If I do end up trying out a new product, I always go back to the products that work for my hair. So that is like one of my number 1 tips. Another tip is to create a wash day schedule. It's so important to create a wash day schedule for your natural hair because you will have in your mind when to wash your hair. And I tend to wash my hair once a week, and I just pick the same day to wash my hair once a week. Like I pick every Friday to wash my hair. Now, that may be a little bit too much for some people that take care of their natural hair, but that's what works for me. It's best to always do what works for you when it comes to your natural hair. Like trying to follow someone else's routine will probably drive you crazy. So just always try to stick with what works for you. And every time I wash my hair, I deep condition my hair. So yes, that is my second tip, is to wash your hair. Pick a wash day schedule. If it's every other week, if it's every 3 weeks, if it's once a month, if it's once a week like me, that works for me. I like to wash my hair once a week. And yeah, that is another tip. Another tip on how to simplify your natural hair routine. I have my daughter in the back, so if you hear a baby. The tip is to do easy hair, natural hairstyles. And what I mean by that is basically like I always choose to do a wash and go in my natural hair. This is a wash and go that I've done in my natural hair a few days ago. I kind of like stretched it out a little bit using a blow dryer. So find out which style that you prefer to always do with your natural hair and do it more consistently. Like say if you prefer to do twist outs, or you prefer to do braid outs or bantu knots. Kind of figure out like which one you like the most, or if it's wash and goes like me. Like I like to do wash and goes. I feel like wash and goes are like the easiest to do. Like I like to like define my natural hair, my natural curl pattern. I like my natural curl pattern. That's why I always do wash and goes. And it's okay to switch it up. Like sometimes you can switch it up and do other hairstyles, but I tend to just stick with doing wash and goes. On my channel, I have like a video on how I do my wash and goes. So if you want to check that out, just check out my channel. And yeah, so that is my third tip, is to stick with the same natural hair style and try to master it. Like it took me time to master my wash and goes. Recently I cut my hair into a really short bob, if you don't know. And I learned throughout the years to master my wash and go, because I told myself like that's the style that I like the most, is I like to do wash and goes. So I started testing out which gels work best for my hair, and I just stick with the same gel that works for my hair. I kind of stick with the same like leave-in or moisturizers that work for my natural hair when I do my wash and goes. So it's easy to like stick with the same natural hairstyle, because you will learn how to master your hair. You will learn like how to use the products. So that's a great tip on simplifying your natural hair routine. Another tip is to grease or oil your hair at least twice a week. I like to use grease and oil in my natural hair. There's nothing wrong with hair grease. Okay. So don't fall into the trap of, oh, don't use hair grease and don't use what works for your hair. Do what works for you, like I said. And greasing and oiling your hair, which one you ever choose, oiling or greasing, whatever. I like to do both, but it will keep your natural hair healthy. And also, like I notice when I use grease and oil in my hair does not shed as much. Like my hair loves grease, it loves oil. So that's another tip, is to make sure that you keep your hair healthy by using grease and oil in your natural hair. If you don't like using grease and oil in natural hair, you don't have to do it. That's just something that works for me. And my last and final tip into helping you to simplify your natural hair routine is when you get frustrated with doing your natural hair, or you get tired, simply just put your hair in a protective style. Like get some box braids, or put some twists in your hair. You know, just put it in a cute protective style. You don't necessarily have to add added hair to your hair to do a protective style. But I do protective styles in my hair. Like sometimes I will add braiding hair to my hair and like do jumbo box sprays. Like I have a video on my channel on how to do jumbo box sprays if you want to check that out. You can always, like, if you get tired of doing your natural hair, sometimes it's great to put your hair in a protective style and leave your hair alone for like the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks and just like enjoy that protective style. So yeah, those are my tips. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to check out more natural hair videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.